was the event about? Humour.
So the event today is about humour across languages. I actually came because my dissertation supervisor was speaking.
I learned about the bed through the internet, and I'm really looking sometimes for different things to do. I find this very interesting. What is this about? I say to all my friends that I'm inviting here that is about and that's fun. I believe that was really taking my attention. It's about humor, really, humor and the way that different cultures and communities and languages are taking this.
We've attended a lecture on cross-cultural comedy that had something to do with UCL. My friend attends UCL, so he invited me over. We started about 7 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock now. Very interesting talk on cross-cultural comedy, I guess. Yeah, I don't think I'm any the wiser, but it was entertaining. Quite enjoyed it. Yeah.
It was a very interesting event, and we learnt about how humour works across languages, different ways in which you can make people laugh in different languages, and cultural differences with humour.
I thought the content was quite cool. I thought the topic was good.
I think it's really interesting, like going through these jokes that were taken from medieval texts, that the changes over time and how there are still certain things which are still very, very funny, and you can kind of think, oh, I would have said that too, but also things that just don't make any sense. And so we were talking just now about kind of cultural specificity and how really, is that a word? Yeah, how it has to be related to the time, and so we were talking about East Germany and how if you weren't there, you probably wouldn't get jokes that they made at that time. So that's quite an interesting aspect.
I find it very interesting because I'm from Latin America, I'm from Colombia. I find out that humor is universal, it's true. In my country we have this, we're talking today about this in time of crisis, that we live in crisis all the time, I don't know for how many years. Humor is there.
I really enjoyed writing our own jokes or finishing these jokes. So we had some medieval jokes and we had to work out whether we still have the same sense of humour now as we did then. I think it was about 50-50. Some of them we did, some of them we just didn't really get. So, yeah.
I liked the atmosphere. It was really good, actually. It was cafe culture. It was it was a good crowd came down, so it was very good overall, general feeling.
It was marvelous because he bring us back really centuries ago and find out that wow, humor is the same. It's about not only making jokes, but to make statements about life.
I learned some good Chinese and Jewish jokes. Medieval humour as well, from the 16th century, which was actually surprisingly salacious. I wasn't expecting that.
I think it's important that such navel-gazing academia is out in the world, really.
I really like the talk about can't remember her name now, the Chinese lady, because she pointed out very clear about humor in different cultures, how different cultures are taking this humor to survive and to enjoy the life.
In my mind, slapstick comedy seems to be sort of a universal theme around the world. You find that anywhere you go, there's certain things like refined sarcasm or irony, which you don't necessarily find around the world. And I was kind of hoping to hear more about that. But then, like I said, we only had an hour.
I think maybe you had more speakers. I really enjoyed the lady who was the Chinese stand-up comedian, but I think more humour, I don't know, more stand-up, I think maybe. I think I would have like, I don't know, maybe made everybody feel at ease more or something, a little bit like that.
It could maybe have spoken just for a little bit longer, because then it felt like 20 minutes it might have been a little bit short for what they were doing, but that was really fun. And maybe a few more jokes, that was fun.
I think it was sort of in the nature of the topic that you feel like they couldn't speak too dryly on it, because then it would get boring. And we were just talking about this now, my friend and I, that like the topic it's endless, like it's inexhaustible. You can keep on talking for hours and hours. I think they had really interesting points. I think I would have liked to hear a bit more about maybe what the cross-cultural similarities and dissimilarities were between different nations and civilizations.
I was chatting to, I think, one of the professors up at the bar, and it made me think about, like, I studied transnational film and stuff when I was at university, only very briefly among us other things, but so I'm going to go back and read some of my old lecturers' papers.